And we are live. Welcome everyone to another Ace Attorney live stream. How we doing, guys? Dash, how's it going, man? Oh, I got to start today late. I woke up late, so I'm gonna have to do commentary after this is over, so that'll be fun. But I get to wake up, check Twitter, and I see that the best quarterback in the AFC South is a finalist for MVP and Comeback Player of the Year. So that was cool. That's how my day started. It was nice. He's not gonna win probably either, but he was up for him. It was fine. I'm doing a quick check of Twitter before we get going. Alright. Alright. I think good. Yep. Alright. We're good now. Oh, you're... Fuck you. Why you gotta be doing that? How dare you? It might win Comeback Player of the Year next year. Legitimately, Daniel Jones might win Comeback Player of the Year next year. Let's be real about that one. Sonic 4. Amy comes from the future? Really? Alright, that's a choice. Well, that explains why it seems like she already kind of knew what Metal Sonic was, so at the end of the third movie. Spoiler alerts if you haven't seen Sonic 3, which has been out forever at this rate. So. Let's get the in-game audio going. I will say, I feel like the playlist knew the type of music we needed. I gotta get my audio set. Jared, welcome to the stream, man. The Browns have to make a decision. The fact that they lost out on their Rooney Rule in McDaniel is hurting them massively. It is hurting them massively. And I will say this. Can we all agree that the Buffalo Bills are officially the new Trent Baalke team? I'm telling you, man, they are going to have to promote Jim Schwartz or lose him. That's the only way they're keeping Jim Schwartz, I believe. I think... I have no knowledge of anything. I've not seen anything that says it. I believe Jim Schwartz went in there and gave them an ultimatum. I believe Jim Schwartz went in there and said, you either promote me or I'm getting the fuck out of here. I thoroughly believe that. I believe they want Udinsky or Schilhaas, but won't have Jim Schwartz. And now they're starting to run back to Jim Schwartz because Jimmy Haslam wants to keep Jim Schwartz. Oh god, my coffee went down the wrong pipe. Oh. Are you doing the bad future idea from Sonic CD for the next movie? I'm down with that. I mean, those movies have all been great. As long as we get more Keanu Shadow, I'm happy with everything. Chelsea either wants to be Rams OC or Raiders OC before going to Cleveland. That sounds good to me. That sounds good to me for Schilhaas. Smarter man. How about the Buffalo Bills situation? How about walking into a press conference and saying, yeah, so-and-so is garbage. You know, the player who still has 2 years left on his deal. Like, come on. I'm telling you, man. It's like the Jags finally figured out shit, and then everyone else turned into the Jags. Because that's what's happening. The Jags finally figured out that, like, Shad Khan understood what he had to do. He understood the method to the madness. And the second that happened, everyone else became bulky. Jim not Lego player, something it should just be kept quiet. Yep, you keep that shit locked up. FNAF 2 is up for the Razzie for a worst remake / sequel. Yeah, I've heard it's not good. Which I will say, I want to watch him at some point this week. Whether it's during the day or during the weekend. I want to watch him because him is apparently not good. Like, it is apparently terribly critically looked at. And then even fans didn't really like it. And I'm wondering how much of the critic stuff is football related. And then I want to know how much of the fan stuff is just... There's people now that don't like Jordan Peele movies. So... I think it might be better for me than some people, but I am worried about it. I gotta watch that. And then whenever FNAF 2 comes out, we're watching it. But I got a bad feeling about that one. Because so many people have said it's bad on every level. I mean, the first one is much more, critics don't get it, it was made for the fans. That's the first one. The second one has been said to be terrible on both ends. So, like, even fans have not liked the second one. So we'll see. We'll see. I do always like giving the benefit of the doubt, though, so... I'm a little nicer on most films. Now, given I might not be as nice on FNAF because you actually have a budget. Because I normally give some leeway on, like, the shit movies we watch, solely because most of them don't have a budget. And I'm like, okay, you don't have a budget, it's low production value, we look for the little bit of good in there. When you got Blumhouse behind you, I ain't giving you no, you ain't get a lot of flack. Yeah, that's all my coffee. Sad face. Oh, last time out, just a reminder, we finished up with Blackwell in the first set of the trial, and then the mayor got possessed by Tenmataro, and now we gotta go talk to the fancy fuck. That's what we gotta do. Man, the Eagles aren't getting any OCs. They lose their cornerbacks coach. This thing's not going well for the Eagles. Jinxie, can you tell me what you remembered?
Well, after the trial, I remembered lots of stuff. But there was one thing I thought was really weird.
He does get some weird ones. Normally, Phoenix got some cases that were a little more straightforward. He didn't have to deal with Yokai. Oh! Fuck, we gotta take one bit of a break. I gotta watch this Masters of the Universe trailer because I just got to. So let me watch this. Because if they fuck up Skeletor, and I mean by making him overtly serious, I'm gonna be pissed. Also, if they don't incorporate the four non-blondes at some point, musically, I'm pissed. By the power of Grayskull. I already don't know how I feel. At least they got the Battle Cat, which is nice. Okay, he said the thing. Do we get... No Skeletor dialogue? Really? You're not even gonna give us anything? Oh, they totally made him overly serious. I guarantee they made him overly serious, and I'm gonna be fucking pissed. You cannot make a guy who sounds like this overly serious. Come on, that was the whole thing with Skeletor. It was funny as fuck. Oh, I'm so mad. He was serious to a point. He wasn't like he wasn't your overtly serious villain trying to do things. He was a dumb cartoon villain. That's why people liked him. I forgot I was out of coffee. Yeah, I'm iffy on that movie. I'm gonna have to see certain things. I will say Skeletor looks good, but it's all CGI, and I'm upset at that. Give me my practical effects, at least to some bit. I know you have to CGI the skeleton head. I get that, but give me some practicals. And if he doesn't sound like, nah, you fucked up. He-Man. Dear Lord. Oh man, somebody just tweeted out that people are trying to ruin everything. They gave He-Man pronouns. They gave He-Man pronouns. You know, that sounds like a terrible thing, doesn't it? I'll have to see more of that movie if I'm gonna get excited or not. If it's not obvious, I love me some Skeletor. But he was always He-Man. Exactly. But they're upset at pronouns. Because he's in an office job. Meh. He-Man. Alright. Now I can get my volume back up. I'm almost afraid to ask. But here goes. Really? What?
It's about the yokai feathers and tracks. They weren't there when I first opened the door.
Wait. What? A movie called They Man would sell all that well? I don't know. Maybe. You don't know. You don't know. It might. As long as they have the power is all that matters. I am very surprised though they didn't have any dialogue for Skeletor there in that first trailer. But we'll see. I need more Skeletor to know if the movie's gonna be good. Also, I will say, if they don't do anything with the Four Non-Blondes, if they did not license that song for it, they are the dumbest fuckers on the face of the planet. Because that needs to be either the opening song, credit song, or somewhere in the movie during a fight scene. But you should just watch a movie where He-Man just punches a bottle of Russian dressing for 90 minutes. Skeletor comes up. Why, hello, He-Man. Here's a bottle of Russian dressing. Go ahead and practice on that. Now I've got things to do. Nah. Are you sure?
Uh-huh. My memory's crystal clear now.
So you're saying they were left at the crime scene after you found it?
This could spell major trouble, Apollo.
Why?
Because Jinxie is already accused of leaving the feathers and tracks at the scene. If they weren't there when she discovered the crime scene, it would totally fuel the claim that she fabricated the evidence later on. Jinxie's fuzzy memory of the whole incident is really working against us. The prosecution will probably say she doesn't remember planting the evidence. Good luck rebutting that.
Oh man, this is not good. I sure hope she didn't plant the evidence while she was sleepwalking or something. What's in the forbidden chamber, Jinxie? Jinxie, you wouldn't happen to know how to open the forbidden chamber, would you? The door doesn't even have a keyhole. And I don't have a keyblade. So I can't manifest a keyhole and open it that way because I'm not a Disney Square Enix fusion.
Well, it's supposed to have a secret mechanism. They say you have to figure it out before the keyhole will appear.
I do need a Keyblade! I knew it! I do need a Keyblade! Where's Darth Mickey? Where the fuck is King Mickey? Come on, man. Somebody get me Goofy. Don't get me fucking Donald because he's not gonna heal me and I'm already pissed about it. You don't understand how many like reels I'll scroll through on Instagram about Donald not healing you in Kingdom Hearts. Because I mean, if you've been here long enough, you saw the playthroughs of 1, 2, and 3. We know it's true. Donald does not give two fucks. Goofy, I hold Goofy close to the chest because he's there to help. Donald, fuck that guy. Donald does not help you at all. He will sit there and do nothing and then die. That's it. Yeah, they didn't have, I don't think, did they have any Final Fantasy characters in the third one? It's been so long since we played, I don't think it had much, if any. It was mainly just the story characters by that point. Because you had Roxas. You had Sora, Roxas. Axel's back in 3. It's all the Organization 13 members. I remember that. Like, they have all of the, kind of like nobodies. Because we know about the nobodies. I don't remember who else is in there. I don't remember if they had one. Is Terra... Was Terra a Final Fantasy character? I don't think she was. I thought she was a main... I thought she was mainly a... Oh, no. No. I think he's mainly there to be a Kingdom Hearts character. He's not there to be a Final Fantasy character. Like, I'm talking like Leon and Tifa. Let's find out. We're doing the research. In Kingdom Hearts 3, fans were surprised to find that there were no Final Fantasy characters in the game. There we go. Google answered it for us. Oh yeah, they didn't even have Spike in there. Yeah! Huh. Oh, apparently... I'm wondering if this is... This has to be a mod. It looks like somebody modded Final Fantasy 3. Well, maybe not. No, that's totally... Yeah, it's totally gotta be some... That's gotta be a mod. There's no way that's actual DLC. Wait, what? Okay, never mind. That's actual DLC. That is actual DLC. I don't remember them having DLC. Huh. Ah, that's why I didn't know. It got announced at the fucking orchestra back in 2019. That explains why I didn't know it got DLC. Because I was seeing this thing. Somebody modded it, though, to have Final Fantasy characters in it, look like. But I'm not going to lie. I'm checking PlayStation Store right now to see if they have it. That might have to get put on the list for things that we have to do. Because it doesn't seem very long either. That's too much for DLC. I'm not gonna lie. That seems like too much for DLC. That's a $30 DLC. Excuse me? What? I don't know if I'm down with that. I don't know if I'm down with that. A secret mechanism? Really?
Uh-huh. It's hidden in the Fox Chamber. But only Alderman QB knew what it was and how it worked. The Alderman of Nine.
The Alderman of Nine Tails Vale sure loved his secrets.
Apollo, let's go see if we can find the secret mechanism.
Whoa, slow down. There's something else I need to ask about. Jinxie, is there only one key to the Forbidden Chamber?
Uh-huh. Even the Manor's master key won't open it. That's because it's a very special room that must never be opened.
Guess that means nobody entered the Forbidden Chamber after the murder. After all, we know Mayor Tenma took the key from the killer and swallowed it, so...
So the mayor's efforts to keep the killer out of the Forbidden Chamber were not in vain.
Well, thanks, Jinxie. Appreciate it. To the Fox Chamber. What up? Okay. Fuck you. Huh. Nope. Tenma's just grabbing things. Double check it, making sure at this point. Is there anything else I need to talk to you about? Nope. I thought maybe she'd give us some more info there, but no. I don't think she's gonna give us any more info on much, at least. Oh, here we go.
I saw him, Temataro. It nearly scared me to death. Do you see a lot of monsters, Jinxie? Uh-huh. In fact, I encountered the Shuni Kosori this morning.
Suni Kusori? You know, I don't know that one. Tell me about it.
It's a mean little beast that trips you by bumping into your shins.
Oh, I know that one. I know that one. Yeah.
I keep tripping all the time because of that pesky little thing. When it gets really bad, I stick Sune Kusori warding charms on my shins.
How about investing in some shin guards and watching your step instead? Wait, Jinxie's a huge fan of the Amazing Ninetales. She'd probably freak out if I showed her this mask without the guy in it.
What are you thinking? It would crush her if she figured out her favorite wrestler is dead?
That's true. That is true. Guess I'll spare her the grief, although she really could use a reality check. Just double checking if there's anything.
Alderman Kyubi made that statue. It's a token of goodwill.
Legends never die. What's the Scott Hall quote? Hard work pays off, dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do. Ah, God, that's such a good quote. I fucking love that Scott Hall quote. So good. So good.
I think it was meant to be for Ninetales Vale in Tenma Town.
A token of goodwill. But the two yokai are fighting.
Fighting? Oh, I see what you mean. The cup portion is missing.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. Mm. I will say it's funny looking at the Browns finalists, because I'm like, you can't hire any of them until Nate Schilhaas interviews anyways. So Nate Schilhaas, if anyone's going to get that job, it's probably him. If it's not going to be Jim Schwartz. Because you can't hire anybody else until he gets the in-person interview. So. Oh.
Originally depicted the two yokai holding up a cup in celebration. But it sure doesn't look like that now, does it? Maybe it broke.
Maybe it broke when it was used to hit Mayor Tenma on the head.
That would explain it. I guess the only two people who knew that what it really looked like were the alderman and I. Now it's just me, but it's symbol of goodwill. will be forever etched in my mind.
Could hire Hugh Jackson, get themselves another 0-17 season, secure Arch Manning to ruin. They could. They could. So, is there anything else we should know about Jinxie?
No, that's about it.
My bracelet. It's reacting. You gotta go into anime mode for that one. Jinxie, you wouldn't happen to be in justice we trust. Yikes! Like zoinks, man! Detective Fulbright, what are you doing here? I have business with this young lady, if you must know. Prosecutor Blackquill has asked me to question her.
Question me. Sorry, not interested.
Are you here to ask about the whole Yokai affair? That's right. Specifically, we want to ask. Yeah, but I can't tell you that. Now can I? Yeah, we need our boy Gumshoe. I miss Gumshoe. And his affinity for being way too heavy in this accent. Which I'm still not sure if it's Boston or New York.
Oh, come on, please. We're partners in justice, right?
No. Prosecutor Blackwell specifically told me my questions were of the utmost justice. I will not fall for your lies. In justice, we trust. The Twisted Samurai sure has him on a short leash.
So you're not a ghost? Maybe some sort of urban troll then.
Now come along, Miss Tenma. To the station with you. And at that moment, All for One was created.
He took her away. Missed my chance to see what she was lying about. Well, at least we found out there's a secret mechanism for opening the chamber. Let's go check it out.
I just hope they let us in now. April 18th, QB Manor, Garden. I don't remember if I gave this dude the French accent. I feel like I should just make him Pegasus. I feel like I should go the Pegasus route with this dude. Ah, Yugi boy. I forget. There is a literal line of dialogue from the original from the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where he essentially, like, we gotta speak parcel tongue to get into the Chamber of Secrets. A French Pegasus voice? That's gonna be difficult. That's gonna be difficult. I can try it, but that's gonna be tough. There's a line of dialogue in the original, in the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where Pegasus essentially says he wants to sleep with Kaiba. I forget what the dialogue is. Yeah, there's a video that's called Pegasus was the Diddy of Yu-Gi-Oh! That's about right. Is there anything that shows, like, the dialogue? There's one line when he's dueling Kaiba. A Duelist Kingdom. I don't remember what it was. Yeah. I don't think I can find it. But there's a line of dialogue where he essentially talks about wanting to sleep with Kaiba. It's weird. It's very weird given 4 kids. Hey, do you guys know AJ Francis played for the Washington Redacteds? I did not know that the former Top Dollar played for the Washington Redacteds. I just now found out. Also, I want to point out that this guy, big fan of Kit Wilson's new entrance theme. Oh, who was it? Was it Cyrus's voice actor? I don't remember whose voice actor it was. It was either at a convention or on one of those like 90s one of those like 90s cruises. He was asked about season 4 of GX and they never did dub it. They never dubbed it. Because Dan Green, that's who they asked. It was Dan Green they asked. And apparently season 4 of GX never got dubbed because it was too dark. It was too dark and 4Kids did not want to do it. That's why it never got dubbed. They thought it was too dark. So, yeah. I think it was Dan Green. It might have been Cyrus's voice actor. It's somebody I remember was talking about it because I saw a clip of it. And I was like, really? It was too dark? That's why they didn't do it? That's a little surprising. Even though I will say Jaden becomes much more of a badass in season 4 than he ever was. It's mainly because I think he got more hair and it went back more. And, you know, the more spiky your hair is as a Yu-Gi-Oh! Protagonist, the more badass you become. Okay, let me work through the French Pegasus. I like that now Visual Novel Thursday is just voice acting training. That's half of what Visual Novel Thursday becomes. Dude, how can I put Pegasus into like the generic French accent? Cause like I can get Pegasus. That's not too difficult, Yugi boy. But now making it the French, that's about the best I can do. That is very difficult. Yeah, that's just gonna be real weird. I'm just gonna make him Pegasus so I don't have a fight with myself over what I'm doing. Oh, what an absolutely fabulous scent. I'm so glad I had these carnations imported from England. Nothing but the finest will do. Perhaps I should place one aside for our dearly departed alderman. Hey, it's Mr. LaBelle. Oh, it is just... I couldn't remember if there was an E in his name or not. I gotta change up the way his name is spelled. There we go. I got everything else, but couldn't remember if there was an E or not. Apollo, let me ask about you-know-what. Oh yeah, before we search the Fox Chamber, we should ask about the blackmail letter. Why, if it isn't the mayor's little lawyers, what do you want with me? Oh, there's something we wanted to ask. What the fuck? This man's got a pager shoulder pads? That's pretty impressive, I'm not gonna lie. Don't question the arrival of the Starbucks, guys. Don't do it. It magically appears. This is how Starbucks works. And we're gonna find out how good the vanilla protein latte is. Caramel one, as I said, good while it's warm. That one's actually a lot better. Vanilla, better than caramel, if you get the protein lattes. Cell phones on his pants. Yeah, cell phone shoulder pads right there. And he's got two. You'll have to excuse me. Hello. Libelle here. What the? Those things on his shoulders are cell phones? Yes, about that. You must forgive me. This whole matter with Mayor Tenma has been a complete nightmare.
Where do you buy clothes like that?
Surprised. This is my own special design. It's the ultimate in functional beauty. Ah, son of a bitch. Okay, let me go get a water. I'm still gonna drink my coffee, but I will supplement it with water. There you go. I got a water. I will say his music is great. If there's one thing these games know how to do, it's character music. Because let's be real, Godot still has the best music ever made in the game. 100%. Functional beauty. Are you sure about that? Looks a bit unwieldy to me. You simply don't have an eye for beauty, Apollo boy. If having an eye for beauty means looking like this guy, I'd rather be blind. So, what do you want with me? I'm just here enjoying the finest of wines and cheese. What do I owe this pleasure? It's like when Kaiba shows up in the Yu-Gi-Oh movie. Both Jinxie and Mr. Filch said they saw Tenma Taro. What about you, Mr. LaBelle? If you were in the foyer, why didn't you see them? Very well. I admit it. That's right. I, Florent LaBelle, saw the demon Tenma Taro. So he did see something. Then why did you lie about not seeing him? I was simply trying to protect dear little Jinxie. protect Jinxie. What do you mean? Why, don't tell me you haven't heard of that strange little habit of hers. Which one are we talking about? The one where she wanders around making mischief without knowing what she's doing. I do like that he's emphasizing, like, the specific words. Rumor has it she's possessed by Tinmataro. That one's new to me. Well, there you have it. Anytime you hear about a Tinmataro sighting, little Jinxie should be your prime suspect. He really is just Pegasus, with the emphasis on some words. Oh, poor Evolution didn't even hit a mill? Really? Damn. Oh, Jan, updated odds for your Raiders coach. Currently, Clint Kubiak is sitting at negative 110. So, sounds like Kubiak's the guy currently. Davis Webb is at plus 300. And asking him about the blackmail would be a terrible idea? Probably. What'd the auto mod do? Oh, these are the nominees for Best Picture? What we got? Sinners. I don't know that one. Sentimental Value. Marty Supreme. One Battle After Another. F1. I heard F1 was great. Gonia. Train Dreams. Frankenstein. I have only seen one of those. Although, Sinners is great. I've heard Marty Supreme is fantastic as well. What did you say about him? Give me the short form. Alright.
Tell us more about that rumor.
Oh, Jaren, you allowed it? Perfect Pegasus and fucking prick and sissy. Jaren was on top of things. He's allowing things. Jaren will fight the auto mod, don't worry. Jaren's there to fight the auto mod. That's why we have Jaren here. That's his job, is to beat the fuck out of the auto mod when need be. And also beat the fuck out of all the bots that come in. So what about that rumor about Jinxie? They say she's possessed. Not all the time, of course. It hits suddenly, then she starts wandering around doing strange things. I gotta use my hands for this one. Jaren, you can't say that. You can't say that. Not in the year of our Lord 2026. Oh, hey, look at that. Perfect timing. Jaren, get rid of him. It's almost like we summoned them. Oh yeah, 100% this dude just comes off as a villain. Is that so? Although, come to think of it. Oh, she did. I forgot she did start using despair. That certainly would explain how she was acting earlier. Once she even put on a Tenmataro costume and wandered around the woods at night. She did? Animu. This was not the magical girl transformation I expected. I love that they do an anime cutscene for that. I love that they gave us an animated cutscene for that. I'm so happy they did that. They didn't have to, but I love that they did. Oh, I'm sorry. Jared Leto's playing Skeletor? No, no. The sad part is he might actually work for that role. Time out. Time out. I gotta double check this. There's no way. There's no way. He might actually work for that role because, as I've said, he can't be overly serious. And if he's gonna try to be overly serious, it's gonna come out as funny. So, that might work. It might actually work. Oh my god, he is Skeletor. Okay, that was Idris Elba. I didn't realize Idris Elba was in the movie. Dude, this cast is awesome. They got Idris Elba, Allison Brie, they got Jared Leto as Skeletor. That's either going to be hit or miss. It's either going to work out, and he's going to try and be overly serious, and it's going to be funny as hell, which is great. Or he's going to try and not be serious, and it's not going to work. Overall casting looks pretty good. I know nothing about the lead role, though. I've never seen him. Oh, and Kristen Wiig is fucking Roboto. What have you been in, sir? You got 7 nominations? I've not seen any of those movies. I've never even heard of those movies. Oh, he was in Bottoms. Produced by Marshawn Lynch. Dude, he has not been in anything. This is the biggest movie he's been in. That's crazy. Although, give him credit, almost everything he's been in has been decent. Like, the lowest rating is a 4.4. Which, for us, well, you know how we love our bad movies, that's a high rating. Yes, Leto is the worst Joker. It's the magical girl transformation we deserve. Or Gooch. Angel Stock. That's a great linebacker name. I always loved the Christmas last name. That is one of my favorite last names in the game. Is Christmas. Because you can always get a first name that's really good for that. The fact that Jared Leto is Skeletor, I don't know how to feel about it. Because it might actually work. It might actually work. If it works, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. If it works, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. Alright. Oh, I will say, guys, be ready for next episode of, well, next video for Tex Arcana, because there's big news. There's big news when it comes to recruiting. Big news. And it will be at the end of the video. That's all I'm gonna say. I will still stand by the fact that I think if we got more Leto's Joker, it would have been better. I'm not gonna say it would have been good. It would have been better, but I'm not gonna say it would have been good. I wish I never asked. Does she remember anything while she's possessed? Unfortunately, no. She doesn't seem to remember a thing during these episodes.
Memory loss during possession.
Come to think of it, her memory of the murder scene was quite fuzzy. I suppose that, too, was caused by her possession.
Ah, then maybe.
So you do understand. That whole yokai business was entirely of her own making.
Now wait a minute.
Although, you know what? I thought we were going straight to LaBelle again. Although, that yokai evidence wasn't there until after she discovered the crime scene. Did she leave those black feathers and strange tracks there herself? Yep. His Joker is the Batfleck Joker. Just kind of sad for Batfleck. I will say, too, he has a cult. Did you guys know he has a cult? And this is not even a joke. This is legit. He has a cult. They have their own island. And if you want to know if I'm being legit, just look it up. This man somehow is the frontman to a emo band. An actor who is weirdly good at being bad. And has a cult. Like, he's running the gambit of really weird ass shit. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, every time I want to shit on Jared Leto, I remember that, and I go, the dude is kind of running the gambit on what you should be doing if you're like him. So you really can't hate on him that much because he's doing exactly what he should be. Yes, and he dressed like Jesus. That's true. That is true. And now he's got to be in a movie, and if he doesn't sound like this, then we throw shit at him. Meh. If I don't get a meh out of that movie. Time out. I gotta go back to the movie for just a second because we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out the production company because that'll tell us all we need to know. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Damn. Okay, it's gonna be on MGM Plus. You know, the one thing that nobody has. Oh, never mind. It'll be on Prime because it's being distributed by Amazon MGM Studios. So it'll be on Prime and MGM Plus. So yeah, when Masters of the Universe drops on streaming services, we're totally gonna watch it for a movie night. Oh, you don't know about MGM Plus? Yeah. Uh-huh. It is the one thing that no one has. People have AMC Plus. Nobody has MGM Plus. Nobody. I will say also, the Skeletor look looks like they took the design Raid Shadow Legends used. This is not a joke. It looks like they literally stole the Raid Shadow Legends model. Which isn't a bad thing. It's a good model, but it just looks exactly the same. He-Man. They took me straight out of fucking Raid. Apollo, let's ask Mayor Tenma about Jinxie's episodes the next time we talk with him. There's the blackmail letter. There it is. What is that? It's the blackmail letter, but it wasn't sent to Alderman Cubey. It was sent to Mayor Tenma. And your point being, someone took the letter from the mayor's briefcase and then placed it in the alderman's pocket after he was murdered. Oh, you don't say. Well, I'll play my illusionist, faceless mage. You wouldn't happen to be the one who made the switch, would you? After all, you're the only one who knew that the blackmail letter was in his briefcase. So naturally, you... Face up, face down, stay on guard. That's also another thing. If you don't know about the music to duel by, that was the CD that was released called Yu-Gi-Oh! Music to Duel By, you need to listen to it. So good. Face up, face down. Oh, it's sung by Pegasus. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It also has what is it? I'm Not Gonna Panic is on that album as well. So good. So good. Perhaps that shot of cologne will make those scales fall from your eyes. Or my eyes fall from their sockets. Is it possible that you would like to frame me as a potential suspect? That would make you raise such an outrageous allegation in the first place. Oh, well... My only crime is being born as beautiful as you see here. In other words, you have nothing. Now, let me show you what to do with this garbage. Ah! You can't destroy evidence like that? What do you mean I can't? I just did. Feel a little lighter now? You just want a one-way trip to the top of my most annoying people ever list, buddy. You just made the list! Are we done with your silly questions now? I'm a very busy man, you know. I have a card game company to run. I guess that's it for now. Master LaBelle, Seto Kaiba just lost to Yugi Moto, a high school student. Well, isn't that interesting? Hello, LaBelle speaking. Really? You wish to carry my new product at your store? Oh, but I'm afraid it's my own private brand. It's not available to the public. What? Then I shouldn't advertise it on TV? But I don't understand. As the embodiment of beauty, it is my duty to announce my good looks to the world. Stop the bus, I'm getting off. Everyone wants my exclusive Je suis LaBelle brand products. It's the crown jewel of my collection, born of my long, relentless pursuit of beauty. But now that it's become so popular, it's been an absolute nightmare. You don't say. Well, they can't have it. It's just for me. It's not meant for you peasants. Peasants? This is my latest product. I'm calling it I feel like that's pronounced differently than I would pronounce it, so I'm finding out. Alright, let me hear it. Let me hear it. Couleur. It's couleur. So it's color. Okay. That I should have figured that out. Couleur me LaBelle. A dazzling hair color that you can wash out with just water. Guess that means you can't sweat. I have 7 colors in all. You can find out more in my commercials and magazine ads. Yet, it's not available to the public? Great sales strategy there, genius. Come to think of it, Mr. LaBelle, your hair color's changed since the last time we met. It's true. He was a blonde. The little lady has quite the discerning eye. Here's a little sample. Consider it a gift for one who truly appreciates beauty. Oh, Apollo, what should I do? Better take it before you get a face full of cologne. Good point. Wow, thanks, Mr. LaBelle. What do we think that smells like?
Okay, let's head over to the Fox Chamber.
Still gotta find the secret mechanism for opening the Forbidden Chamber. Fuck you, Maximilian Pegasus looking fucker. Trying to get us to buy his fucking shit that's not available to the public. Asshole. Uh, Somebody posted Mahomes post ACL/LCL, 37-year-old Kelsey and 32-year-old Tyreek post dislocated knee and ACL back with the Chiefs, and it's the clip of Jerry Rice, Dan Marino, Randy Moss, and all of them for the Tostitos commercial or the Pepsi commercial. I'm like, that feels about right. Alright, let's find that secret mechanism for opening the Forbidden Chamber.
Oh, this is so exciting. I can't wait to see how it works. But do you really think the killer entered the Forbidden Chamber?
We'll just have to open it to find out.
We should also see if there was anywhere the killer could have hidden this room. Okay, let's get started.
I don't know what that is. Alright, first things first. The warding charm. Okay, never mind. Just not look at the warding charm. Still no keyhole, huh?
Yeah, and the door won't budge, just like those spiky bangs of yours.
Well, all it takes is some water, but I don't think that would work on the door.
Oh, I know. I'll break it down with a body slam.
Athena knows how to use body slam. That's like one mystery, man. I would not do that to Mike Tyson. I would not. I also don't drive, so I can't. How are things going with you, man? I watched the Masters of the Universe trailer, and we had a whole conversation about how I'm going to be very upset if they don't use the Four Non-Blondes track in the movie, as well as if Jared Leto's Skeletor is overly serious. But given it's Jared Leto, that might work, because it'll be awful, which will probably make Skeletor perfect. Because as we know, Jared Leto being serious is one of the worst things ever, and that probably will work for Skeletor. He might work out for Skeletor. If we're being honest, it might work. It might work. Now, I don't think he's going to be very good at giving us a good, yeah, He-Man. But, you know, we'll see. I did bring up they just stole the model that I believe was used for Raid Shadow Legends.
It's Morbin time!
You know what's funny about that movie? Like, it could be a lot... That movie could be a lot worse than it is. It's not good, but it could be worse. That's the sad part of that movie. I remember I watched Morbius because I wanted to see how bad it really was. And I remember watching it and I'm sitting there and I'm like, it's not good, but man, it could be worse. I do feel bad for Matt Smith. He deserved better. He deserved a lot better. That man was too good of an actor for that film. Seriously doubt you could do that. Sad part is all the big name actors they had in it, just for it to fail. Yeah, Matt Smith, Michael Keaton, Tyrese Gibson, yeah. Yeah. Still refuse to watch it. I'll say this much, it's good to watch if you really just want to laugh your ass off. Because there's moments in that movie where you're like, I get what they were going for, but man, it didn't work. And there's a lot of moments of those. Then there's the moments where you're like, what are we doing? And then there's the moments of, you know, that actually wasn't that bad. I have not watched Craven yet. I'm in the boat. I'm in the boat with you with Morbius. I don't want to watch Craven because I don't want to see a bad Craven movie. Because Craven's so fucking cool. How do you know if I haven't even tried? No, wait, don't. She's about to go Super Saiyan. It's absolutely dog shit. Oh, man. I've heard it's awful. I've heard it's so bad. I don't want it to be bad. It's so fucking dirty. Having fun dog shit, it's just painful? No. I even didn't mind the casting. Like, I thought casting-wise, when it got announced, I was like, okay, I'm cool with that. Am I gonna have to watch Bullet Train, like, right after just to remember how good of an actor, what's his name? Is it like Aaron Taylor Johnson? Is that it? Yeah. Am I gonna have to watch Bullet Train just to remember how good of an actor he is? Because Bullet Train is such a good movie. Oh, I love Bullet Train. If you have not watched Bullet Train, you need to find a way to do it. It's so good. As much as you hate losing, Athena, I think the door would win this match. There's a carving of the nine-tailed fox over the door and statues of him on either side. The way those statues are glaring, it's like they're guarding the door from us. Come to think of it, there are two foxes on the folding screen as well. Can't be a coincidence, can it? Hey, this statue moves. Don't get carried away now. I mean, who knows? Might trigger a trap. I can handle it. If a spear comes shooting my way, I'll snatch it out of the air. After all, I have the reflexes of a regular karate kid. I guess if you can catch something that fast out of midair, you can accomplish anything. Still, Might be something to the fact that these fox statues rotate. Maybe there's something around here that shows the position they should be in. Two foxes standing back to back are depicted on this elegant folding screen. Could this have something to do with the keyhole? Wait a minute. Two foxes. There are two fox statues in front of the Forbidden Chamber as well. I know, cool. So he's gonna Brock Lesnar shit? Nope, he's not muscular like 90% of the time, but when he rides up and uses the super strength, it's deliberately painful, debilitatingly painful for him and leaves him basically useless when he's not muscle bound. Dear Lord, that's terrible. Oh, that's awful. Like, come on, man. You can't do that to Rhino like that. Now, I'm not even a big Rhino guy, personally. I'm more of a Scorpion and Vulture guy. But, like, if we're talking about the 6, at least. Like, no. Can't do them like that. Maybe the keyhole will appear if we do something to this folding screen. I don't see anything useful about it. Well, it does have two foxes on it, and there are two fox statues in front of the door. Then maybe there's a clue somewhere in this room. Let's turn the whole place upside down. She's as excited as a kid in a candy store. Statue originally depicted two yokais holding a cup in a gesture of goodwill. Maybe Alderman QB was planning on smoothing things over with Mayor Tenma. But he was murdered instead by somebody who intervened. The mayor was only pursuing the municipal merger because he'd been blackmailed. Who knows? If this murder hadn't occurred, maybe they could have come up with a solution. Alright. Oh, no. Apparently I can't do anything yet with that. Nothing much to see on this side. Maybe I should go check the other side. The other side. I just remembered this mystery novel I once read. The murder occurred in a locked room. It was Herlock Sholmes or something. And the perpetrator made sure to hide behind the room's door when it was opened. Then, when no one was looking, he made his escape. Clever trick, but it would have been impossible in this case. See this broken Tanuki statue here? Door must have banged into it when it was opened. Oh, I get it. The killer couldn't have been there because of the statue. Herlock? Where? Where? Sholmes, where are you? Rhino. Oh God. Oh God, why? Why does he look like that? Why? Why did they do that? He looks like a stone golem. He does not look like Spider-Man Rhino. He looks like he's a stone golem in Minecraft. Like, I understand they're trying to make it look like rhino skin, It looks like granite. Like, if they had gone with, like, the mech suit, it would have been better. He looks like a fucking stone golem. I can't unsee a stone golem from Minecraft. That's so bad. From Powers, dude's always been human trapped in a suit. What I mean when he looks like a gray version of the thing. Yeah. I see a stone golem from Minecraft solely because that's just what it looks like. But yeah, he totally just looks like a gray thing. He's totally just a gray version of the thing. Okay, so there's more that I gotta look at. Alright. This one's a spear, but what about this one? It looks like a giant pair of pliers. Looks like something a demon might use. Saw something like this in a manga once. Really? What are they used for? Oh, things like pinching through cheeks. Ew! Pulling out tongues. Stop. Stop. Oh yeah, I gotta make it me one. Stop. Stop. Just shut the fuck up, man. What all did you miss? Nothing really. We talked about Craven and Morbius. Dan Skipper's retiring? No. Ah, that's Dan Campbell's man. Sad face there, man. Oh, and you should see what they can do to a person's eyes. Okay, I get the idea. But I'm sure this thing is just a simple can opener or something like that. Demons eat canned food? I just wondered what they ate besides people. Maybe the killer hid under this table. That'd be a terrible hiding place. The alderman's body would have been right above. Maybe you're right. Guess the underside is a bit... Wait, there's something under the table. Let's check it out. It's the bowl! Hey, look. There's something down here. Looks like a piece of something. Only question is, a piece of what? Oh, I know. Might be a piece of this statue. Remember what Jinxie said. The statue originally depicted two yokai holding up a cup. It was a symbol of goodwill. So this piece broke off and rolled under the table? Yes. Okay, cool. Well, I can't think of anywhere else to look. You find anything, Apollo? We'll never find the keyhole to the forbidden door or forbidden chamber at this rate. There's something about the folding screen. You know how those two fox statues in front of the forbidden chamber move? That screen might be a clue as to how we're supposed to position them or something. Hey, I bet you're right. Let's go over that screen with a fine-tooth comb. Okay. On closer inspection, I think there's more of this screen than meets the eye. Transformers, robots in disguise. I don't care what anybody says, whenever you use the word more than meets the eye, that's the only thing that pops in my head, and I will say it. Well, the statue was supposed to be a symbolic, gesture of two people, like, two towns coming together. That's what was supposed to be. And Tenma Town and Nine Tails Vale are represented by those two. I think in folklore they didn't get along, but, that's their way of doing it.
Let's check every last inch of it.
Transformers animated movie only existed so Hasbro could kill off the original toy line and get kids to buy toys of the new Transformers like Hot Rod. Really? How dare they? As we all know, the only Transformers that matter are Megatron, Optimus Prime, Starscream specifically more so than anyone else, and to some degree Bumblebee, because the original Transformers Michael Bay movie is good. After that, I fell off of them. So. Those are the only ones that really matter. Let's be real. And Starscream is the most important. Yes, Megatron! He sounds very much like Skeletor. Opening scene of the movie, they kill off 90% of the original cast, and later in the movie, Megatron and a few Decepticons get turned into new characters. Optimus dies, and Starscream. How dare they? How fucking dare they? Just killing off Starscream is like killing off God. How dare you do that? That is... No, you don't do that to Starscream. He's the greatest Transformer ever. Mainly because the whole time, he's like, I'm gonna take over the Decepticons. And then Megatron shows up, and he starts groveling. And it's great. It's great. He's so good. He's funny. The whole time he's trying to figure out how to dethrone Megatron. Oh, it's so good. Starscream is the best. And then he just pussies out and is like his... right-hand man. It's great. God, I loved Starscream. If you ever needed to know how terrible of a child I was, I never rooted for the good guys. I was a Decepticon guy. Starscream, you're an idiot. Yes, my lord. I love Starscream, man. He was so good. I always rooted for the Decepticons. Before, understanding things. I was on Scar's side as a child. I cheered when he dropped Mufasa. This is legitimately, 5-year-old me celebrated when Mufasa got dropped. That's where it all started. I've never been on the good guy side, 9 times out of 10. And still like that. I will normally cheer for the villain before I cheer for the hero. Mainly because the villain's just cooler. They almost always are. Alright. Hey, doesn't it look like the picture's been cut off on both ends? I was root for the villains in the Phoenix Wright games as they are impeccably written. Bumblebee would later be killed by G.I. Joe and turned into Goldbug. Oh, God. G.I. Joe. I was never a huge G.I. Joe guy. I didn't mind it, but I was never like a big guy. Also, with G.I. Joe, Cobra Commander. What a shock. You know, the little bit of G.I. Joe I was into, Cobra Commander, damn it. Oh, no, I fully understand that. No, makes sense to me. G.I. Joe. It looks like there's supposed to be doors on both ends, but they're cut in half. Maybe those doors symbolize the Forbidden Chambers doors. Yeah, definitely feels like something significant. Question is what? Whoops. It's a picture of a key. Strange shape look. The shape looks awfully familiar. Oh, I know. It's shaped like the Forbidden Chambers key. We're definitely getting warmer. Okay, let's take an even closer look. What's this? Looks like a keyhole or something. You think it could be the keyhole to the Forbidden Chamber? Wait. What about the key drawn on the back of the screen? Think the two are related? A key and a keyhole? Oh, I just got an idea. If we fold the screen up just right, the key and keyhole should overlap. Hey, I think you're right. Let's give it a try. Look, a door. Yeah, and it's open too. The two foxes are now facing each other, so entire movie just kill off Optimus, Ironhide, Ratchet, Prowl, Wheeljack, and a few others. I don't like killing off like major characters especially like big major characters. You know, Optimus, those type of characters. Eventually, you have to kill them off at some point, but come on. Can't kill off Megatron either. Apollo, let's go check out the two statues. Okay, help me move the two statues so they face each other, just like on the screen. The keyhole! Okay, guys, get the keyblade. Look! A lock appeared. Now we can use that key. Okay, here goes nothing. It worked! Suddenly, water balls! Ah, I'm confused! Ooh. Oh, I just got a shit ton of fucking protein powder in that one. Oh. I think it came out of nowhere. The nation's not there, not good. You got a shitty house. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. And it's not going to get much better early on with Robert Saleh. That's all I'm going to say. Because that team has no talent. No talent. You got Jeffrey Simmons, and Jerry's still out on Cam Ward because rookie. We know now. I think people have finally learned you don't crown him immediately. But they do not have like any talent. That offensive line needs a full redo. Outside of Peter Skoronsky, that offensive line needs just a full redo. Staying with the Titans fully depends on who he hires at OC. Yep. I will say Brian Dauble's a rumor, and if they can bring in Brian Dauble, that's a big get. That is a big, big get. I think Dauble's probably going to take the Buffalo job. It's either going to be him or Brady, more than likely, but mainly because you need that yes man for Brian Bean. If I know anything about GMs like Brian Bean, and I think I do, you need to get that yes man head coach. That head coach that is not going to win you a championship, but will do whatever the fuck that GM wants. Or now in Buffalo's case, Executive Vice President of Football Operations. Oh yeah, I'm right at the bottom. Oh, it's just sugar and protein powder. Is the only bad part about Starbucks is when you get certain things that are extremely sugary. I got my water, don't worry. I've been drinking the water too. I just need to finish this before it gets ice cold because this is just going to be terrible. That was better. I got some coffee in that one. And some vanilla flavor in that one. One more gulp and then we're done. That's all water from that point. We're good. That's 27 grams of protein right there. I've had a lot of protein today. I'm going to have to try and figure out a time to use it. Yeah. I get so much shit done today. What secrets could it hold, I wonder? April 18th, QB Manor. Forbidden Chamber. Choose from if he reaches to the 49ers. Just like Canada's Lombardi, in which case, oof. Reaches out to one of his old Jets coaches. Oof, even more because his top guys there were Nate Hackett, Scott Turner, and Todd Dowling. Or Todd Downing is the last thing Tennessee fans want to see. He was already there once and they hated him. I don't think Scott Turner would be terrible. I'll say this about Nate Hackett. I think Nate Hackett as an OC would be fine for a young quarterback. If it was a veteran quarterback, I didn't. Yeah, there was a rumor. There was an early rumor that Mike McDaniel was going to be their OC, and then, you know, if they hire Downing, they're going to want fucking Salah gone immediately. Like, they're going to be like, yeah, no, get him the fuck out of here. They hired the dude out of Kansas City. No, they hired Rand Carlton. And he lasted a whole 2 seasons before he got fired. And then they hired the dude from Kansas City. And for some reason, Tennessee doesn't understand you need a whole, like, fresh redo in order to make it work. But yeah. Oh, and they also paid Calvin Ridley $90 million. Which, once again, thank you, Tennessee, for that. Oh, so nice. So nice that they did that. These doors need some serious oil. Ah! That was like nails on a chalkboard. Oh, right. Forgot about those super good ears of yours. Look, more feathers. I think we're missing the main thing here. Oh! That's cool as shit. What the heck is that? Or, what the heck is that? Is that a Tenmataro statue? But there's something odd about it. All I know is I don't like it, but I can't explain why. You okay, Athena? You look kind of pale. You're not scared, are you? What, of this thing? Don't make me laugh. Really? Hey, look. What? What is it? Oh, you mean Joe looking, but I didn't even see that. I wonder what that could mean. Over there on the left, there's a bunch of staves on the rack. Stabs. That's what it is. Staves. Stabs. That's weird. I don't think I've ever seen the plural of staff written out. That's weird. They kind of look like the staff we saw earlier. You mean the one Jinxie said she saw Tenmataro carrying? Yeah, I bet our Tenmataro impersonator really did come in here at some point. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's search the place. Alright. First, I want to look at this. Copy of Josh McDaniels Raiders staff, Iron X Raiders GM, Dave Ziegler, Assistant GM, and then X Raiders interim head office corps, Hargrave, QB coach, would also call plays later in 2025. Oh, they had Reggie McKenzie as team president? Ooh, that explains a lot. That explains a lot. Looks like a gravestone or something. It reads, "Here lies Tenmataro, age 80. Cause of death, choked on a chicken bone." Say it ain't so! Besides, that sounds like an autopsy report. That sounds more like an autopsy report than an epitaph, if you ask me. Wait, you're joking around because you're scared. It's your coping mechanism. I'm not scared. Free God sent you, right here, baby. I like making Widget fucking beat wad. It makes it 10 times better. Cut it out, Widget. You don't tell me to cut it out. I know what I'm saying. Denial is strong in this one. Yeah, the Titans owner, she's not the smartest one. Bud Adams was a lot smarter than his daughter. Just saying. Also, she's the one who burnt the bridge mainly with Mike Vrabel and elected that they would not trade with the Patriots because of it. Whoa, that's one big statue. Must be something like 15 feet tall. And look, this Tenmataro has a staff. But the Tenmataro in the scroll didn't have one. I wonder why. I feel like this could be significant. Why? Let's take a closer look. First, to go around this table here. Apollo, are you sure that's a good idea? Hey, looks like there's some sort of compartment in the base of the statue. Don't open it. Who knows what might be in there? Just a big empty compartment. From all the dust and cobwebs. Say it hasn't been opened in a really long time.
That's enough, Apollo. Let's shut it in.
Wait, there is something in here. What the fuck is that? It's like some sort of figure. So dusty I can't tell what's supposed to be. Wonder what it's doing here. Looks like an old scroll. There's something drawn on it. Unless I'm mistaken, it looks like an old guy. Some sort of monk, maybe.
A monk? What are you talking about?
You know, people that take walks in the mountains as a form of spiritual training.
Wouldn't that just be a hiker?
The guy in this picture doesn't look like he's doing this for fun, Athena.
Oh, look, there's some yellow thing strapped to his back.
Whoa. It's turning into Tenmataro.
What's this scroll getting at? Is this how Tenmataro was born?
Well, whatever it is, it's definitely creepy. Apparently Mike LaFleur made a great impression on the Raiders during their talks. Lucy might be heading to Vegas. Well, really right now I think the Raiders, all the Raiders options that they're looking at are very good. I like every option you're looking at. You know, I'm a big Kubiak guy, so I'm a big fan of Kubiak. Legitimately right now, if I had to pick my favorite option for like new head coach candidates, I'd probably go Kubiak, Shula, and Flores would be kind of like my top three. Depends on what you're looking for. It's between Kubiak or Mike LaFleur. Both are good options. I would go Kubiak over Mike LaFleur personally, but that's just because I'm a fan of Kubiak. There's a bunch of staves here, and it looks like one's missing.
I'd have to agree. Those look like the one Detective Fulbright showed us.
Why do you think there are so many here?
Maybe they're spares. Timataro might be, you know, absent-minded or something. But the fact that he has spare staves handy, well, it shows that he's aware of his faults and is trying to deal with them. He's a really top-notch guy. Or at least that's my take on it.
Maybe this will remind her to deal with her own faults. But I won't hold my breath. Huh, well, I guess that's oh. Oh, look! There's an air vent here, too.
I guess even forbidden chambers need proper ventilation.
I don't think anyone could reach this one either.
Yeah, and there's nothing to stand on around here. I wonder where this vent leads.
Well, the Fox Chambers vent didn't branch this way, so
maybe it doesn't have anything to do with this case after all.
Weird. Stone lantern.
Like those Japanese garden lamps? Where's the switch?
Lamps like these are lit by fire, not electricity, so there is no switch.
Oh, here it is.
What?
It was hidden out of sight.
I see. Temataro's cell has been outfitted with all the amenities a yokai could want. Black feathers. They look exactly like the ones in the fox chamber.
That means the killer must have been in here at some point. The question is, why?
Ryan Clark just said Tom Brady, Drew Brees, and Peyton Manning are generational talents. The best quarterback, maybe best player of all time, isn't a generational talent. The most efficient quarterback of all time isn't a generational talent. And literally a guy who made bad wide receivers household names isn't a generational talent? Who the fuck does Ryan Clark think a generational talent is? Because I'll tell you right now, all three of those names are better than Pat Mahomes. All three of those names are better than Pat Mahomes. So that means Pat Mahomes is not a generational talent. John Elway. Yeah. I'll give him Elway. I will give him Elway because Elway, yes. Elway was that guy going into the draft. Arguing on first take of Arch is generational. Clark said, and not kidding, John Elway, Pat Mahomes, and Andrew Luck are generational, but not Brady, Brees, and Fun fact, Pat Mahomes was not a generational talent. He wasn't. Did you see Texas Tech? There were people arguing he wasn't a first-round quarterback. Luck, I'll give it to him. Luck was generational. Elway, yeah, was that guy coming out of the draft. If we're going by like college situation, Manning is a generational talent because people were arguing who the fuck would you even think about taking second? Because there were only 2 picks. Because like you only had 2 choices. It was Ryan Leaf or Peyton Manning, and Peyton Manning was the obvious one. Andrew Luck's generational because he was the obvious first-round pick. That would also mean Trevor Lawrence and Caleb Williams are also generational talents. And really, we overuse the word generational as well. So, that's just a thing. Because I will say 2027 is a good draft class. I don't think right now, I don't think there's a generational talent at quarterback in 2027 yet. Because you guys know I really like Sam Levitt. Levitt, to me, is one of the better quarterbacks in the class. Someone commented, Ryan Clark is generational being a moron. That's accurate. And then he tries to run it back when a team's good. And tries to win over the fan base like he did with Jacksonville. And nobody gave a shit about him. We were all like, yeah, shut the fuck up, Ryan. Shut the fuck up. Maybe the Tim Mataro costume was hidden in here, I mean. Someone carried it through the manor, it would have stuck out like a sore thumb. But when did the killer get in here? The mayor snatched the forbidden chamber key when the killer hit him on the head. That means the killer could have only gotten in here before the murder. Wow, this is one tough riddle, alright. And here we go. Somehow it was Stephen A. Smith who made the most sense of the debate? Really? I mean, I will say, he's starting to become the sensible one on that show. Because really, you don't have many sensible people on First Take anymore. Between Cam Newton, Ryan Clark, like it's tough. It's tough to figure out who the fuck is the one that makes sense. Hell, Cam Newton still thinks he can go. I don't think he remembers the last games he played. If he still thinks he can go. Large being a generational quarterback. Could be. We don't know exactly. Whatever it is, the packaging is really gaudy. And the fact that there's no dust on it means it hasn't been here very long.
Oh, it's hand cream. Let's see what brand it is. Je suis la belle?
LaBelle?
What the?
But then, wouldn't that mean Mr. LaBelle was here?
I guess so. But why?
Well, whoever was dressed up like Timataro must have taken a staff from here in the Forbidden Chamber. And that same person probably dropped his hand cream at the same time.
In other words, the Timataro impersonator we're looking for is none other than
Florent LaBelle. This might be a big break for us in court tomorrow.
Now all we have to do is get the truth out of Mayor Tenma.
Hand cream.
Guess that about wraps it up. What now?
Probably talk to some of the witnesses again.
You mean like Mr. Filch and Jinxie?
Yeah, I really want to ask Mr. Filch about the village superstitions in Timataro. I do want to... Oh, okay. So never mind. I really wanted to see if there was anything with just the missing staff, but yeah. Go to the foyer! Said Brady of all fucking quarterbacks was not generational. Only, you know, dominated the NFL for 20 years, yeah. From a talent perspective in the league, yes, generational. From a collegiate perspective of going in the draft, no, not generational. That's the only way to argue he's not generational. If that makes sense. Because if we're talking like in the league generational, 150%. He's the best player to ever strap up pads. But you can make the argument he wasn't generational in college. Easily. Yeah, if we're talking in the league, you've got Brady, Breeze, Manning, Mahomes gets that nod. I think from a talent perspective, I think Josh Allen is there. From a talent perspective. Said, and I quote, Andrew Luck became generational? That's bullshit. Andrew Luck was a generational talent in college. Let's see. Luck for a short amount of time would have been up there. I don't think you can truly say he was generational because he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. That's what I think is the classification. If you're a first ballot Hall of Famer, you're a generational talent. Yep. He was generational and got absolutely killed by his organization. As Kevin O'Connell said, bad organizations kill quarterbacks before bad quarterbacks kill organizations. I'll be back in a second. Alright. What about Shannon Sharp? We're just talking quarterbacks. Because quarterback's really the only position you ever talk about generational talent, really. But I'm trying to think of more generational quarterbacks. Big Ben, no. Lamar Jackson, I don't think I would call generational. Montana, yes. Young, do you call Young generational? Because it took time to develop him. He had developmental time in Tampa and under Montana. Do you consider that generational? Marino, I'll give you. Marino, I will definitely give you. I'll even put Elway in there. End of career, yeah? Okay. All right. Because the way I look at it is I always think about guys that step in and automatically are that guy. That's the way I'm kind of going with it. That's why it's taken me a long time to figure out anybody, because there's not a lot of those guys that did that. But I guess if we're putting Breeze in that spot, Young goes in that spot, because Breeze wasn't dominant off rip. Is there anyone else? You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Because I'm like, is there any, because I'm going by division. So in my brain, I'm like, is there anyone for the Jets? And I'm like, Joe Namath. And I'm like, but he wasn't even really good for the Jets. Like, even when you look at his numbers then, it's like, he was okay. He wasn't actually like great ever. He was just pretty good. It's like for Jacksonville, Mark Brunell was an above average quarterback. Trevor Lawrence is the first franchise quarterback we've ever had. But it's like all we know best is above average. Let's see. Colton, Houston hasn't had a generational talent. Tennessee. Nah, I'm not putting McNair in there. The AFC South ain't got nothing but Manning. Aikman? I don't think I would put him in generational because I think he was a product of his team more so than just him. He was very good. He was very good, Hall of Fame caliber. But I think his team was so good around him, it made him that good. It's less Peyton, Montana, those types that made their team better alone. Breeze, those guys. Would you put Warren Moon in a generational spot? You know what? And this is a questionable one, but because of what he did at the position, Michael Vick. Do we put him in generational? Because of what he did at the position. I think you have an argument for Terry Bradshaw. I don't know if you can 100% say it, but I think you might have an argument for Terry Bradshaw. Like this is a very interesting conversation to have. Yeah, I think he gets an argument. I don't know if it's like you don't question it, but I definitely think there's an argument for Bradshaw. It's the curse. The curse. The curse of Tenmataro. I think Vixen, the Lamar category, have been a game changer, but I don't think he goes up to generational. Okay. Okay. I was thinking of it as a like situation of he changed essentially the game, and that's why. But yeah, I get that. Really? Rangers got Mackenzie Gore. What'd they give up? I don't like how many black helmets there are in uh in the UFL this year. There's too many black helmets. Five prospect going to the Nationals. Ooh, that's a lot of prospects for Mackenzie Gore. And I like Mackenzie Gore, but that's a lot of prospects. You outsiders are ignoring them superstitions at our peril. Mind your own business, will ya? Youch! What's all this about a curse? Timataro's gonna curse us all unless you stop sticking your nose where it don't belong. Stop the investigation. Listen to what them superstitions say. Right. Yeah, Brandon Ayuk ain't gonna be a Niner no more, as the GM has stated. How about no bang the law before you go bang the superstitions? Huh? What you talking about? Hey, what are you doing with Widget around your neck? He's mine. You know better than to go around stealing people's stuff like that. Same goes for my bracelet. Sorry. I promise I won't do it again. Yeah, I've never seen a wide receiver get paid and still hold out either. He almost killed my sweet little Widget. That big jerk. Fuck him. I'm sorry. I guess you can't teach an old raccoon dog new tricks. As long as we have him here, I guess we should ask him about what happened. I did see the defensive lineman for Miami elected to go back for his senior season. I don't remember his name now. I'm going back up to the post I saw. Never mind. I refreshed, so I can't see it. Also, I do love that the Titans tried to get a Mike Rabel type, and that's why they hired Robert Sala. They tried to replace what they fired because they were dumb for firing it. The Miami player who punched an Indiana player? I didn't see who that was. I don't even think I saw that. Titans' terrible years come down to bad front office decisions. John Robinson trained A.J. Brown, then the owner firing variable. Yep. If they had cleaned house when they fired variable, it might be a bit different, but...
I can't believe you did that. It's one thing to steal a pair of shoes, but to steal Widget? Motherfucker. Yups! Mercy, mercy! I can't seem to control myself. It's thieving blood running in my veins. Thieving blood? What's that supposed to mean? Glad you asked. The infamous bandit, Azuki Kozo, was my grandpappy. Take a gander at this. What exactly am I looking at? Looks like another one of those yokai to me. It's none other than the Azuki Kozo. Robbed from the rich to give to the poor, he did. And he'd leave one of these figures at the scene of the crime. What's more, I'm his grandson, 'cause he was my grandpappy. Wow, you don't say. Thieves' honor. It's the honest truth. Ah, the sloshing sound of Azuki beans scraping together in the dead of night. It's the magical sound of dirty money getting washed clean for giving out to the poor. Mizuki Kozo, washer of money, giver outer of wealth, reborn. You just say he's a money launderer? Yeah, it does look familiar, doesn't it? Forget the money. You should be washing yourself of this nasty habit. Wait a second. This figure looks familiar. Yes! It looks just like that old Dusty figure we found in the Forbidden Chamber. Hey, what you doing with that there figure? Oh, this? We found it in the Forbidden Chamber.
Looks like it been there practically forever. Could mean my grandpappy broke into the Forbidden Chamber way back. Hey, that reminds me. He once told me there's treasure in that there chamber. Treasure? Forbidden Chamber treasure. What do you know about the treasure in the Forbidden Chamber? Only that's the greatest get-rich-quick scheme, get-rich-quick chance in the universe. Grandpappy told me all about it. Said there's an amazing treasure in there. There's something amazing in there? Didn't see anything like that, though. Your grandfather didn't, by chance, already steal it, did he? See, now there was one of his figures in there that just might be. That's Grandpappy for you. Bet he washed that treasure up real good before handing it out to the poor. Oh, of course, because he was so righteous. In court, you mentioned seeing Tenmatara near the scene of the crime. Sorry, I didn't come clean right away. But them superstitions get the better of me. The people of Ninetails Vale sure seem like a superstitious bunch. Not surprised you wouldn't want to talk about seeing Tenmatara. Darn right, them superstitions scare me out of my wits, I tell you. That's why I'm going to do exactly what they say from now on. So you plan on staying here in Ninetails Vale? Yep. I'm going to keep living right here and keep with the old ways, just like Grandpappy did. Them superstitions are like a rule book to me. Wait, so you're saying you actually believe in those old wives' tales? Ain't you been listening to a word I said? You're going to do exactly what them superstitions say. Well, I say that's baloney. It's clearly written here, ignoring the superstitions will cost you your soul. There is, however, one way to save it. Your immediate departure from the village. Ooh, excuse me. So according to this, you shouldn't even be here, let alone talking with us. You said you planned on staying right here in Ninetails Vale. But if you really believed in the superstitions, you would have been long gone by now. Whoa. I know you've been lying to me. Time to come clean, Mr. Filch. Yaps! You were lying about believing in the superstitions, weren't you? Sorry, but I didn't have no choice. So what was the real reason you couldn't talk about seeing Tenmatara? It's all that pretty boy's fault. Mr. LaBelle, if you know what I mean. He told me not to say a word about seeing Tenmatara. Said if I did, he'd do to me what them superstitions said would happen. So it was Mr. LaBelle who muzzled you? Why would Mr. LaBelle want to scare you into silence? Mr. LaBelle was trying to protect that little maid gal. It was on account of that rumor. The one about her being possessed. That rumor again.
Guess we really do have to talk to Mayor Temma about the possession rumor.
Ouch! Hey, watch it! Village superstition stolen by Phineas Filch. I'll be taking this back now. Kinda like family to me. You could have just asked instead of stealing it.
Was that all we wanted to ask, Mr. Filch?
Yeah, I think that was it. Let's go see Mr. Tenmatara one more time. Just thinking about dealing with that yokai again makes me want to say pass. Okay, we still got 30 minutes. Let's see if we can get some shit done here.
Lord Tenma, your attorneys are here to see you, your malevolence.
Why are you speaking like that?
Oh, Mayor Tenma, you've returned.
Yes, well, Jinxie came by earlier to apply a new charm to my head. Seems to be suppressing the demon within me.
That's a relief. Maybe we'll actually get somewhere this time.
So what can I do for you today?
We'd like to ask about the rumor that Jinxie is possessed.
Oh.
She allegedly left the yokai evidence at the scene while under a demon's power. At least, that's what the prosecution is going to claim at tomorrow's trial.
Huh? God damn it.
Ka-ka-ka-ka! No match is this warding charm for me.
The charm!
Temataro's back. Those foolish mortals. They shall regret their blaming that child for my doings.
I blew it. That question brought that yokai back. And he probably won't drop the act until Jinxie's name is cleared either. We'd like to ask you about something your aide, Florent LaBelle, mentioned. Did you know Jinxie is rumored to be possessed?
I know not of what you speak.
You're not trying to protect Jinxie, are you?
I, Tenmataro, demon lord of the yokai, protect a mere mortal. Caw-caw-caw-caw. No affections do I possess for your race of humans.
Please, we already proved there was a third party disguised as a yokai at the scene. But if you deny that tomorrow, we'll never be able to clear Mayor Tenma's name.
But I have already told you, I know not of what you speak. I don't think we'll get anything more out of him.
It's all over unless we can somehow prove that Jinxie didn't plant that yokai evidence.
Hey Apollo, I think I got this one. I think I can prove that she didn't do it.
Really?
Sure. I should be able to use psychology to explain the whole possession thing.
Knock yourself out then. Wow, Athena's really something. You can really count on her when it counts.
Mayor Tenma, Jinxie isn't possessed. I believe her so-called possession episodes are some sort of somnambulism.
Somnambulism? You mean sleepwalking?
Yes, I believe she is
Ooh.
I believe she is exhibiting a rare form of the disorder. It's usually brought on by repressed stress. Mr. Mayor, didn't her symptoms start soon after she began her job in Ninetales Vale? When the child visited last, he did speak of dreading yokai and how they rob her of sleep every night. I knew it! The lack of sleep is causing her to enter an unconscious state. And that means she can't be trying to protect you. At least, not on a conscious level.
So then, the Timatara that was spotted at the manor wasn't Jinxie.
Sleepwalking, eh?
I don't know if that's Tenma or Timatara there. I'm gonna go Tenma on that one. That would indeed explain the matter.
Look! Timataro's spirit! It's left the mayor's body! Can you tell us the truth now, Mayor Tenma?
Very well. It's the least I could do for a superb exorcist such as you.
Look at the chest thing. What do you mean? Are you talking about Widget? Oh, no, you're talking about the bolo tie, essentially. That's what you're talking about. Because when it's frailed out, he's Timataro. Mayor Tenma, you didn't leave those feathers and tracks at the scene, did you?
I did not. Neither I nor Jinxie have anything to do with that. That was the killer's doing, no doubt.
I want to know what kind of tie that is. It's a weird looking tie, because it looks kind of like a bolo, but it's not a bolo. I knew it!
You suspect Florent is behind all this. But why? Did he really want Ninetales' veil that badly?
Can you think of any reason why?
Looking back, he did seem fixated on Tenmataro for a spell. Oh, could it be? Perhaps he was attempting to release Tenmataro.
That's crazy! Are you saying that Yokai is real?
Whatever the case, Tenmataro brings nothing but pain and misfortune. It's as the superstitions warn. You must not gaze upon him nor free him from his prison.
But how can people actually believe that? Well, at least we know who's behind this. At least we know who's behind this whole Timataro thing now. Yeah, I think we need to have another nice long chat with Mr. LaBelle.
Your dinner is ready, your malevolence.
Ah, an offering to the Demon King. You may place it right here.
The kitchen crew poured their heart and soul into making it.
Did they now? Souls happen to be a favorite of mine. Just hold the hearts next time. Caw, 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 caw.
Yes, your malevolence. I'll remember that.
How long is he planning to keep up this yokai charade? Well, we've already talked to Mr. Filch and Mayor Tenma, so why don't we go see Florent LaBelle next, now that we know the truth. We won't be able to claim that the Tenmataro was Jinxie or the mayor anymore. But the real question is, how are we going to get him to admit it was him? April 18th, QB Manor. Foyer. Okay, now let's practice that again, Filchy. From the top. Mr. LaBelle was in the foyer at the time of the crime. And when we, heard a scream, oh heck, what was the next part again? You've the memory capacity of a flea. This is the 13th time, you know. Now, 100 times more and we're done. What on earth are they practicing?
Oh, I ain't cut out for this. Whoopsie daisy. Oh. Oh, begging your pardon, Mr. LaBelle. Sir, it's all just... unbelievable. What if you had sullied my outfit with those grubby paws of yours? Did Filch LaBelle's wallet just now?
So, what do you think they're up to this time, Apollo?
Oh, it's you two. Eavesdropping, are we? You peasants are so tacky. Well, what do you want with me? Your confession to being the Timataro impersonator would be nice right about now. It was imposter, not impersonator. Texas seeing their number 2, 6, 12, 16, and 18th prospect in the Gore trade. Dear Lord. I mean, Mackenzie Gore's good. He's not, like, lights out good. That's a lot for a guy you are hoping becomes a guy. Ooh! Updated Browns odds. Jim Schwartz has jumped to the favorite. And Nathan Schiehlhaas is just under him. Let me see. So let's see. That's a lot for Gore, man. That is a lot for Mackenzie Gore. We will see how that goes. I'm wondering if they were, I'm wondering if the Rangers were in on the Peralta deal and then got beat out by the Yankees. Or, I'm sorry, the Mets. And, that's where the Mackenzie Gore trade wound up. Phillies can't hit against Gore. I mean, you won't have that problem now since he's gone. Mr. Filch filled me in on a conversation you two had, and about how you told him not to say a word about seeing Tenmataro. Filchy, you fool. I told you nothing good would come of you running your mouth. So why did you want to keep Mr. Filch quiet like that, Mr. LeBlanc? Or Mr. LaBelle? LeBlanc. Talking baseball, and LeBlanc's a name for a number of players. It's very weird seeing Isla Dawn and the Grizzled Young Veterans as a thing. That's a weird faction. Why? To protect darling little Jinxie, of course. But Jinxie was never really possessed. She was sleepwalking. Being asleep at the time, she couldn't have been consciously trying to protect the mayor. That also means she couldn't have possibly been Tenmataro. Interesting. But where are you going with this? Since you asked so politely, I believe you have a different reason for trying to keep Mr. Filch quiet. That reason would be to deflect doubt away from the one who was really Tenmataro. Now this is getting interesting. Are you insinuating that I'm Tenmataro? So sorry to disappoint, but I'm nothing of the sort. Got Jim Irsay news? The FBI is investigating his death, and his recovery doctor was supplying him opioids and ketamine in his final months. Ooh. Ooh, we're gonna have a Michael Jackson situation where the doctor killed him? Is that what we're about to have? I said Tenmataro was Jinxie, you fool. Honestly, you have the memory capacity of a flea. Practice it 100 more times. Yaps! LaBelle gained from killing the older men, as it's not spoilers that he is the murderer. I'm assuming this dude had a... I'm assuming he has a motive in the way of taking over completely if the mayor were to be taken out. The mayor were to lose his position. That's what I think. I don't know. Maybe not. Alright, nothing new. Like, the only thing I could think about is he is in some way, like, in the line of succession. That's the only thing I could assume. But I don't know. So, have you been called to testify tomorrow? Yes, and I'm so looking forward to my courtroom debut. But you'll just have to wait until then. Oh, I'll be waiting. With a special piece of evidence I've been saving just for you. Filchy, wake up, you lazy bones. Huh? What? Wait, let me get country again. There we go. There we go. Huh? What? I was sleeping. Must have been that sweet cologne of yours, Mr. LaBelle. Made me right sleepy, it did. Yep, that's exactly what it was. Bro's dressed like a French joker. He's guilty. Well, it's time for your lesson on what to do and say tomorrow. Oh, I'm begging you, not another lesson. I ain't cut out for this thinking and remembering stuff. Arrgh! Right up the schnozola. Keep quiet and do exactly as I say. No, please, anything but another lesson. There they go. Missed our chance to get the truth out of him. Yeah, but we'll get the proof we need in court tomorrow. One way or another. All that's left now is that lie Jinxie told. Better go clear that up before tomorrow. Think they're done questioning Jinxie? Maybe. See if she's over on Yokai Lane shopping for more charms. Jinxie's out of it. Accused Nine-Tailed Fox. My grudge has but festered over time. My last vengeance. She must be possessed or sleepwalking again. Maybe if I speak softly, I won't startle her and get a charm plastered on my forehead. Psst. Jinxie. Huh? Oh, hello, Mr. Demon Lawyer. My charms must have fallen off again. Whew! Guess I can avoid a charm slap by toning down my cords of steel. Are they done questioning you, Jinxie? Uh-huh. And on the way back, I stopped here to buy a new charm that was just released. Yeah, which one? Oh, the one with the nine-tailed fox and Tomataro. It shows them dancing together. Really? Two bitter rivals dancing together? Uh-huh. It's a charm for rebuilding burnt bridges. The Titans could use that. Oh, right. For the municipal merger issue. No, it's for the demon lawyer and the insomniac prosecutor. It'll stop you two from fighting like you did in court this morning. We weren't fighting. It was just a spirited debate. That's why we're lawyers. No fighting. Charm slapped again. Apollo, if you're done playing around, let's find out what she was lying about. Jinxie, it seems like you're starting to remember things. You already said the feathers and tracks weren't there when you discovered the crime. Have you remembered anything else that seems important? Like what? Tell us what you saw that day. Maybe you'll remember something else this time. When I opened the door, Papa and Alderman QB were collapsed in the Fox chamber. That's when Papa told me to call an ambulance and the police.
That's all he said before he passed down in the chair. I knew it. She's holding something back. I mean, you were very nervous when you said, "That's all he said," weren't you? I know, because I saw your fingers move as if you were going to slap someone with a charm. Huh? Listen to me, Jinxie. This is very important. Did Mayor Tenma say anything else to you? It was nothing. He was just talking in his sleep. Talking in his sleep? So you admit that he did say something else? Could you tell? Only a demon could have such powers. We're gonna finish this line of questioning and then call the stream. Just because it'll put us right at the start of the next trial, hopefully. Like I said, he was just talking in his sleep. I mean, why else would Papa say something like that? Could you be a little more specific? Before he fainted, he said, "Forgive me, Jinxie. I killed Alderman QB." He said what? The mayor actually confessed to the crime? But he didn't mean it. He couldn't possibly have known what he was saying. He was probably possessed, or maybe he was in the middle of a nightmare. A nightmare? No, this is a nightmare. This is one statement I wish I'd never heard. What in the world are we going to do now? Turn to the basics. That's right. Always believe in your client, no matter what happens. That is a lawyer's greatest and most trusted weapon. Right. Just believe in my client. Even if all I can see ahead is darkness and despair. Jinxie, does Prosecutor Blackwell know about your father's confession? I didn't mention it when he was questioning me. I mean, there's no way Papa's the killer. Why would the mayor confess like that? Could he really have been dreaming or simply delirious? Who knows? But I sure feel like I'm in a living nightmare right now. Apollo, what are we going to do about tomorrow's trial? The crime scene was locked tight until Jinxie arrived. Our clients even confessed. Only that, Jinxie has been accused of planting the Yokai evidence. But the mayor and Jinxie are going to prison if we don't do something. I know. Well, let's see here. Our lack of a third party in the locked room is a major problem. Jinxie has testified that when she opened the door, Alderman QB and Mayor Tenma were the only people she saw in the Fox chamber. But the real killer must have been hiding in there as well. Considering the room was locked tight, that's the only logical explanation. Our mystery person must have fled the Fox chamber when it was opened. And that's when Jinxie saw what she thought was Timatara. But Papa and the Alderman were the only people there. I didn't see anyone else. What's going on here? LaBelle's extremely pale, but he's far from transparent. So just how did he hide himself at the scene of the crime? Whatever it takes in court tomorrow, Apollo. We have to take down that dirty, rotten Timataro Florent LaBelle. Right. We'll get him with a legal exorcism.
justice style. I don't know what a legal exorcism looks like justice style, but, you know, I wonder if it's anything related to Gangnam Style. Alright. Well, perfect ending. We end right on time. That's fantastic. We'll return to the games menu because I can. So, with that, that is going to bring us to the end of this one. Let me get some music going. That is going to bring us to the end of this one. Jane, Dash, Adisic, appreciate you guys for being here. If you're watching After the Fact or just chilling in the chat, appreciate you too. Tomorrow we'll be back for some more randomized hardcore Pokemon Black Nuzlocke. We get to take on the 6th gym. And I don't know how it's going to fare. I really don't. I'm terrified. We're getting to the point where it's going to be very difficult, I think, in that. We'll see how things go. Next week, we'll get to the next part of the trial and take it to this damn Joker Temmataro wannabe. But with that, guys, I appreciate you, and I will see you next time.